What the fuck is up going on, y'all? This is Jimmy coming at you once again, smoking in the car. You know, Jimmy's been funny for a little bit, but I think it's time to get to some philosophical content. So, present moment. Being in the present moment. If you look at Hindu philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, a lot of that stuff is about, as Ram Dass and Oasis would say, being here now. That's what it's all about, right? It's to be here now, to be present in the present moment. Man, you just gotta be present in the present moment. Stop worrying about the past, stop worrying about the present. Well, that's a lot easier said than done. And it's something I've been personally thinking about. Because there was a time where I felt like I was enlightened. I had it all figured out, man. I knew what was going on and blah, blah, blah. No. Okay? My life's changed so much by then. There's always unforeseen circumstances that you never know are coming. And then you find yourself between a rock and a hard place. When I started Jimmy McJitsu, I was on an adventure, man, of the mind, of the body, and the soul. And I went through some fucking hardships, pretty hardships, but when I look back, times were fucking great. And then eventually they got super good. And it was like, oh shit, all that hard work was over. All that depression, all that anger, all that suffering is finally over. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. It happens again. Another fucking seasons change, the tides turn, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a brand new situation that sucks 1,000 cocks. Where it seems like nothing good is happening and everything sucks and there's no hope, and no matter, everyone around you is depressed and everything is just fucking hard and stressful and impossible. And you don't see any way out of it that looks fucking clear or happy. Now, what makes you want to be present in a moment like that? Okay, it's a lot easier to be present and be here now, man, when the tide is rolling on your feet and you're at the beach listening to the fucking monkeys and doing LSD on the weekends. It's a lot easier to be present in those moments when life seems like an adventure and not a fucking form of slavery. So I got to thinking, and I got to doing a little research, and I think this is the conclusion of... Well, it's not a conclusion, because there are no conclusions in life. The end is the beginning is the end. All things that were soon shall be, and all things that shall be once again. And no more, as they say. The thing about... Basically, the whole point of this video is, why would you want to be present if the present sucks? And the thing is that you gotta be... Being present, I think I've come to learn, doesn't mean that you're happy about it. Doesn't mean that you want it to happen. The only way you can really make change happen is by being present about your circumstance, knowing what doesn't feel good, what sucks, what you hate, knowing that you need to change something, but accepting that this shouldn't be happening to me. Why is this happening to me? It's supposed to be happening to you because it is. Now, does that mean that there's some greater plan? Who knows? But it's happening to you. And that's the reality of the situation. So, you do have to be here now, even when shit sucks. And that doesn't mean avoiding it. That doesn't mean smoking weed and drinking and listening to fucking music and trying to just constantly distract yourself and pretend like there's no actual problem. It means being here now, feeling that feeling like this sucks and I don't like it. And really just accepting that it's happening because it is happening and there's nothing you can do to change it in that exact moment sometimes. And so that's just allowing those feelings to happen, to be present in the bullshit. And that can inspire you to change it, or it cannot. the main point is, being here now is accepting what is. And those feelings of this sucks and I don't want to be here and I don't like that this is happening is what is. When they say that being here now is the enlightenment or whatever, they're talking about the cause of suffering, which psychology today says is ignoring the circumstances of your own life, refusing to look at them, refusing to accept them, or even acknowledge them. And so, it's like when they tell you, like Alan Watts once said, when they tell you that, for example, in the Bible, in Christianity, it says that you need to accept God's love in your heart to get into heaven. But if you don't believe in God, it's hard to do that. And how do you even know if you accept His love in your heart? Because if you try, who knows if that's even going to happen? It's like asking you to do something impossible. Accept God's love in your heart, but fear Him. That's the only way you're going to get to heaven. And if you can't accept God's love into your heart, you're going to hell. But you have to, even though you can't. And it's the same sort of double bind, which basically means that it's like if you tell somebody to be present, tell somebody to be here now. How can you do that? You can't. You're telling somebody to do something that they can't do, which is the illusion. You're always here now. Like, you can kind of ignore it in your mind, but that's not really ignoring it. You're always here now. So those feelings, those negative feelings that you're feeling are here now, and they're still part of the present moment. So, not being here now is an illusion. Acceptance is the key. And feeling like shit and everything sucking is being here now, which is enlightenment. And in my mind, that is what it's all about. And that's golden and that's beautiful. So somehow, being here now and accepting those feelings like, wow, this sucks, still makes me feel good at the end of the day. Because we're here. And it's now. And that's sort of a beautiful thing. And even in those times when it doesn't feel bad, if you accept it, it can pass. But it might not. But it doesn't matter. Because you're here. Now. It's kind of like some fucking sick joke. If I'm being honest with you. It's kind of like a sick, twisted, disgusting joke of the human condition and experience. Beautiful as it is twisted. And that's an incredible thing. If you think about human evolution, starting off as cells, and then we were once fish, then we became big old fish with legs, and we crawled out of the water and started walking on land, and then we became fucking lizards, and then we became mammals, then we became fucking like primates and fucking Neanderthals and human beings, and we developed technology and created all sorts of shit out of the elements of the earth. It's fucked up. And look what we've done with it. We've turned it into a pile of shit. But that pile of shit, I'm running out of gas. That pile of shit is still here now. So take a big old whiff. Because none of us are getting out of this alive.